The family name and the Y chromosome often travel together from fathers to sons. Can we read our surname from our DNA because of this? For which surnames is this method more reliable? We will try to answer these and similar questions in today's episode of the series Secrets of Genes, in which I welcome you. My name is Edward Kejnovsky, and I work as a geneticist at the Institute of Biophysics of the Czech Academy of Sciences. Imagine if someone found a drop of your blood or a hair and could determine not only your eye color, origin, or health risks from it, but even your surname. Is this science fiction or the reality of the near future? Perhaps surprisingly, to some extent, this is already possible today. The key to this fascinating possibility is the Y chromosome. Only men have it, and a son inherits it exclusively from his father. Unlike most other chromosomes, it is almost not recombined at all. Geneticists say that it does not recombine. This means that its DNA is passed down from generation to generation almost unchanged. And because in most cultures, surnames are also inherited from the father, a remarkable parallel emerges. The family name and the Y chromosome often travel together. The possibility of predicting a surname from the Y chromosome sounds fantastic, but the first evidence appeared more than 20 years ago. In 2000, a pilot study was published in the United Kingdom in which the surname Sykes was chosen, coincidentally, the surname of one of the scientists. The results were surprising. In 21 out of 48 randomly selected men with this surname, the same type of Y chromosome was found. In other words, nearly half of them descended from a single common paternal line that lived sometime in the past. The rest of the men named Sykes had a different Y chromosome. This points to an important fact. A surname can have multiple founders if the name is common, originated independently in several places, and is not genetically uniform. Another study from 2009 analyzed 40 British surnames and brought a crucial finding. The greatest Y chromosome concordance was found among rare surnames. That's because there are fewer founders, and the family line is genetically more compact. In other words, the rarer the name, the greater the chance that its bearers share a common ancestor. Similar conclusions were drawn from an analysis in Catalonia in 2015. A comprehensive study was conducted involving more than 2,000 individual men, with 50 distinct and different Catalan surnames being carefully examined. Upon further analysis, the final results clearly demonstrated that the overall reliability of predicting these Catalan surnames based on the Y chromosome is approximately 60% in total. This means that geneticists were able to estimate the family name of a significant portion of men using only DNA. It therefore appears that in the future it may be possible to determine a surname from genetic information, especially in smaller and older families. This approach is significant, for example, in forensic genetics. The police could obtain not only information about the perpetrator's appearance from DNA found at the crime scene, but also about their family lineage. However, it is necessary to be cautious. There are a number of factors that can disrupt this connection. One of them is so-called false paternity, a situation where the social father is not the biological one. In historical populations, this happened more often than we might think. Other factors include adoption, changes of surname, or cultural differences in surname inheritance. Moreover, this method only works for men. Women do not have the Y chromosome, yet other genetic strategies are being explored, such as tracking kinship through autosomal DNA, which could provide clues about family groups or regions. So perhaps one day genealogy will not be based only on old chronicles and registers, but also on genetics. Your DNA is not just a biological code, it is a chronicle of your ancestors that has been rewritten for tens of thousands of years. And sometimes we can find a name in it that we still carry today. That would be all for today. We talked about a few interesting facts from genetics, specifically about whether our surname can be read from our DNA. In the next episode, we will continue with more interesting questions about genetics and evolution. I'm looking forward to seeing you. And if you enjoy my storytelling, I would be grateful for a like and for subscribing to my channel. I really appreciate your support. Thank you and bye-bye.